Hey folks, David Frost, LazyGapTrader.com. In this video, we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. I get some questions from time to time about how come you only show us on video the winning trades. Well, here's an opportunity. For those folks that want to see a losing trade, we're going to take a look at the anatomy of a losing trade today because I think I still have smoke coming out of my ears from this trade today. So we're looking at a chart of Michaels, but first let's take a look at the email that went out to subscribers this morning. As you know, I teach a course at LazyGapTrader.com. In addition to the course, I also send out an email for those subscribers that want to get my gap trading levels each and every day, and they can get those on a 2-week trial, and then it's a monthly subscription service, month to month. You either want it or you don't. Either way, I'm fine with it. In the course, I teach 2 gap trading strategies. One is the morning gap trades. That's what we're going to take a look at here on a losing trade. And then we're going to also take a look at some performance, and we're going to talk about performance a little bit. And then the second strategy I teach is gap fill trades, and that's a whole nother strategy or methodology within the gap trading strategy that I teach in the course. So I teach you everything you need to know to trade successfully with gap trading in my course at, of course, LazyGapTrader.com. Let's take a look at the email that went out to subscribers this morning, and then we'll backtrack to the stock and talk about the loser that's causing smoke to come out of my ears. So we had 2 potential gap trades today. One was in Ralph Lauren, or RL, and the second was in Michaels, which is MIK, being the ticker symbol. So Ralph Lauren didn't hit its level, even though it was down $10 from yesterday's close to today's low early this morning in the first candle of the day. It still came up $1 short of our gap level at 85.38. So we came close, but $1 away still isn't enough for us to take the trade. We want to hit our target at 85.38 specifically. In my course, I teach how to get these levels. These are mathematical levels. Every day, we don't have all the gap trades hit their levels, but when we do, as you've seen throughout the series of videos on this channel, they can be a very profitable endeavor, and we're going to talk about performance after we take a look at Michaels, which I say, as you can see here, gap trade lower or a gap lower. Support levels are 27.60, 26.81, and 25.41. I gave 3 supporting levels today. Stop and profit target is about 20 to 25 cents. Let's take a look at Michaels. So here's a 10-minute chart of Michaels, and as you can see, in the first 10-minute candle of the day, the stock opened, first of all, below our first level at 27.60. So that's a no trade. That's something I teach specifically in my course, along with a lot of other information. But those traders that have taken my course knew not to take that 27.60 level when the market opened. Then the stock traded lower. In fact, let's go to even a shorter time frame. So here's a 1-minute chart. I mean, let's analyze this. If we're going to take a look at it, let's take a look at the granular view. So the first minute of the day, the stock opens below the first level, comes down into the second level, and keeps going. And that's where, if you abide by the rules set forth in the course and you abide by the email that I send out in the morning, it was a stop out. I got stopped out. Other traders got stopped out. The stock made a low of 26.10, coming down about 70 cents below the level that I specified in the email. And that's a stop out. It is what it is. Trading is a business. You can't win 100% of the time, and that's why we have a record. We have a performance log where we have a percentage of winners and percentage of losers, and we're going to take a look at that in a second. But the heartbreaker is within 10 minutes, the stock was up over 4%, all the way up, making a high of 27.97. So there's a couple of reasons why I show you this. Number one is there are losers out there. Okay, you can't win 100% of the time. But even when we lose, it still is a very, very good indication in terms of the overall strategy in looking at how strong these price levels are that I teach you how to calculate in the course at LazyGapTrader.com. 26.81. Yes, we traded through it. Yes, it was a stop out. Yes, I took a loss. However, you can see the importance of this area here. From a close yesterday, the stock closed at $30.13. Okay, that's a very high gain, or a big gain, in just 10 minutes, from not from low to high, but from where the entry point would have been had the stock, or where the entry point was at 26.81 in 10 minutes if that would have worked out. And a lot of them do work out, and that's why I have smoke coming out of my ears. And I just wanted to show you there are losers out there, but even when we lose, it doesn't mean we were wrong. It just means the stock didn't act as what we wanted it to act. It just went through the stop, but the level was supported, and that supports the case why this strategy is so very, very powerful. So let's take a look at performance, and we'll talk about it for a second. So real quick, this is just a performance log I keep, and this is updated through today. You could see since the end of January, roughly, we had 101 trades. Total wins was 77, total losses was 24. That represents a win percentage of 76% and a losing percentage of 24%. Okay, so that's the current up-to-date numbers. So the reason I wanted to bring this up to your attention is because, you know, we always talk about, or I like to talk about, there's a 76 or 77 or whatever the case is at the point in time, win percentage or win rate, but there is another side to the coin, and you are going to lose trades. But these numbers are phenomenal, and I defy anybody to show me a system that they see videos, proof of price levels and winning percentages. They see the pre-trade, the numbers given out before the market opens, and then the post-trade, the video depicting exactly what happened that day based on the email that went out before the market opened. I defy anybody to show me anything similar that's out there that has this kind of a success rate. Now, maybe it exists, I just haven't seen it. So the average winning percentage for Lazy Gap Trader is 2.68%. The average losing trade, this is per trade, is less than 1%. And then you can see the cumulative wins and losses there. So I just wanted to talk about, you know, winning trades. I wanted to talk about losing trades. I wanted to show you a losing trade. And we just had a philosophical discussion about you can't win every trade. So come over to lazygaptrader.com. Let me teach you how to gap trade. And I give you 2 strategies. Let me teach you how to do this. Make the calculations yourself. Let me teach you how to be successful with gap trading for the rest of your trading career. I'm David Frost. LazyGapTrader.com. Thanks for tuning in, folks.